the music seemed to be ahead of the wave of what was changing in the late 70s, mid to late 70s. And then the art scene seemed to get onto that, and then the art scene became like the big, but the music was like what really, you know, the punk scene, and oh yeah, just that was the direction. I mean, when I look at my work, that's what I think partly it's based in, was the punk ethos and everything, and this kind of like really refreshing feeling of basically not just thumbing your nose at the establishment and saying, oh, you guys suck and everything, but actually creating something new, but with a very traditional underpinning. I know it comes from all those early experiences, and some of it's trauma. It's not cathartic either. It's not something that I use as like a catharsis, like I'm getting something off my chest. But in a way, there is some kind of element of that you've been able to now survive something and articulate the thing that, you know, you dealt with earlier. Now you have a form, an art form, in which you can kind of bring it back and maybe in some way not resolve it, but like re-experience it somehow in a constructive manner. I'm not trying to be like frightening and horrific, and I just happen to like that kind of like imagery, I guess. The knife was a very important part of the imagery that developed, and it just felt really right. The thing is, they're never dead. The figures are never dead. They're never killed off, or they're kind of the opposite. They're like surviving. It's raw to kind of be out there and presenting certain images, and I would hear it, you know, there'd be certain responses to my work, and I knew the work was kind of raw, if you want to put it that way, you know, emotionally or something, but then it's about really people realizing you're authentic. You're connecting with all these other things, you know, you're connecting with the world and the environment and contemporary art and what was coming before and what just came after, and still connecting it to the history of art, still connecting it, that you're putting yourself to align yourself or to be a part of like art history is what, you know, you're not just doing it like, you're trying to reinvent or you know, what even came before in a way, like in a new way. It's the most direct, and yeah, the surface of a painting is very you know, powerful. Painting and everything is a practice. It's not like you're a monk or something, but there's a certain like spiritual quality about all of it, I think, and like it's a discipline, you know, it's like any, and I don't just give it up, you know, I don't, well, I'm going to move into this or something, or, you know, I want to maintain just the inherent beauty of working in oil paint, I guess. I want credit. No, I deserve it. That's how I feel now, and that's not saying it in an egotistical, obnoxious way. You know, look, I put my life into this, and nobody forced me. I mean, my father guided me and certainly wanted me to be an artist. But I chose, you know, and I knew from the beginning almost that my work would not allow me a particular kind of success, maybe even, or life, you know, that some artists I saw having. Because I knew my work was rougher in a way. I mean, and I didn't, again, do that with like an attitude about that. It's just, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help making the kind of work I made. And I've come back now, and I feel very, there's a certain kind of confidence.